Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about creating split tests or showcase pages as I like to call them. When we're creating a split test or showcase page, the things that we need to consider are the settings. What are we going to name the page? What's the slug going to be? And whether or not we're going to exclude it from the WordPress header. The next thing you're going to see and we'll talk about is the split test link itself. The header and footer content and adding functionality to the header and footer. How do you add media using the HTML editor? Then we have to select shirts that we want to showcase and save the split. And when we save the split, it's going to automatically switch us to edit mode. And I just kind of wanted to give you the quick overview of how that works before we go into the details and I show you exactly how it happens and how to do it. With that said, I'm going to jump right in and get started. You just click the Create Split Test button. And the first thing you want to do is name your split test, and we'll call this Star Shirts. And give it a slug, and we'll just call it Star Shirts again, or Star Fans. Why don't we do that so we can see the difference? You can exclude the WordPress header if you like. If you don't click this, then it's going to show your entire blog header. In this case, I'm going to say exclude it so I don't see the blog header on my showcase page. Now you'll notice that there's no split test link here because we haven't saved anything. Let's talk about the page header and footer content. In the header area, you can enter anything you like. Header for Star Shirts. Okay. Select it. You can use the editor to align it however you want, put headings in it. Basically do anything you want to it within the constraints of editor. You can also put a footer in. Maybe you want to put some disclaimer notices or limited edition shirts, whatever you want to say. You can have it show up at the bottom. Once we have a header in and a footer, which aren't necessary by the way, they are optional, then you're going to go down here and you're going to select which shirts that you want to include. And I'm going to say I'm going to include Star Luke and Star Shirts. And then we save the campaign. Once we've saved the campaign, you'll be able to see the link right here, adsofchange.com/starfans. And now if we were to, I'm going to do it in a new tab just so we can see it. If we're going to see it, you can see that the header goes at the top of the page, the footer goes at the bottom, and it has selected the shirts. If somebody were to click on the shirt now, it would take them directly to the Teespring campaign. So let's go back to the editor. And you'll notice way down here at the bottom, we have the selected campaigns. And it's got add content and remove content. Now let's go take a look at what we need to cover next. Let's jump back before we go forward, and I'll talk about adding media to that. I'm a big fan of using images rather than just typing things in all quick and dirty. So maybe in the header, we want to delete this and add media. From your WordPress media selector, you can add any images that you've added. If I insert this into the post, it says first select your design. Now when I save this and then view the link, you can see here it says first select your design. So I'm a big fan of using images in this case. Again, if you want to see what it looked like by not excluding the WordPress header, so you wanted all the WordPress tabs and buttons and headers to show up around your showcase page, just unselect that, and when you save the changes, this page gets refreshed, people visit it. Now it's got all your WordPress header information. I should mention there's another plugin. If you don't want the page to show up here, you can see Star Shirts as the option. If you don't want that page to show up, you can simply, within WordPress, there's a plugin called Exclude. So we can go here in WordPress, Add New, and then search plugin, Exclude Pages. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll install it now, and then I'll activate it. Once it's active, now you can go into your pages. Look at all your pages that are in here. And here we've got Star Shirts. We can edit this now. His plugin's really neat. He just added a little checkbox here. So it's automatic. Right now it's included. If you deselect this and then update the page, now when you go here and refresh this page, you still get your header here because you selected it, but you'll notice that it's no longer displayed there. So if you want people to get specifically to your pages and not have them show up as a tab or as a link within your WordPress blog, you can just use that plugin. It's a nifty little tool. Now let's talk about editing your split or your showcase pages. You may want to add content to each shirt. And above it you can put anything you want, and below it there's always a button maker. There's two ways to use the button maker. It can create a button on the fly just using the HTML editor, or you can add media. You go ahead and save the shirt content and then save the pages again. Okay, so once you save the content, you need to save the page changes for it to be activated and uploaded throughout WordPress. Once you're done with that, you're just going to drive traffic to your split test link. And then I'm going to talk about something called overriding the active theme. It's an actual setting, and I only recommend using it if your theme is just not playing nice. So let's jump back to where we left off in edit mode on that campaign. Anytime you save a new campaign, it's automatically going to put you in edit mode, which is where we're going to start off now. Now, there are two campaigns selected here, and they have add content as an option because we haven't added any content to that shirt yet. So we have the header, we have the footer, and we have the shirts. There's no content specifically above each shirt, no title or anything like that, and there are no buttons here. We're going to add those now. So as we come down here, we add content to Star Loop. And again, we have a complete editor here. You can use raw HTML, whatever you want to do. Use the force loop. We'll change it up a bit, heading 3, and then we're going to add a button, select this shirt. Now I'm not going to format this so you can see the differences in how the button editor works. Okay, so we'll save the campaign content. Once the campaign content has been saved, it'll now say edit content, and the editor section will disappear. We save those changes to update them. It says split test saved. Now when we refresh this page, you'll be able to see it says use the force loop, and it just has a link. Select this shirt, and if you click the link, then it goes to the page. If we wanted to make this an actual button, we have to put a background on it. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll go down here to where we were, edit this content, and just by adding a background color here, we'll use a background color black and a text color of white. Save the content, save changes, and reload this shirt. Now you can see it automatically created a button underneath there, and that's all you have to do to create the button is just add the background color. Let's go ahead and edit this shirt. Scroll on down, we'll add content, and you can see which ones have content and which ones don't. So we'll add content to this one. In this case, I'm going to add media, and I'm going to use this button, select this shirt, insert that into the post, save the content. The campaign data is saved for that campaign. Then we save these changes here to upload it through WordPress and onto your page. When I reload it now, you can see that it just says star shirts without any formatting, and select this shirt. Now you'll notice that these aren't lined up real well. It's kind of up to you to get it correct. We've given you full control, so you need to make sure that you test your showcase pages before you send them out and that they look nice. I recommend making sure that you're using the same settings here. This was paragraph 3. If I change this to paragraph 3, it's going to look a lot nicer. Or heading 3. I said paragraph 3, didn't I? So I make that heading 3, save the campaign content, and then for this one, let's select the shirt and add the button. When I save that campaign content, now I went ahead and changed both of these, so I'm going to save both those changes, upload them through WordPress onto our page. Now when we reload, we've got a nice looking shirt. The other thing to consider along those same lines is if you use 2 or more lines on one shirt and only 1 line on the next, You're going to have to use a little HTML, a couple of returns to move the shirt down so it fits. That's one of the reasons that I particularly like to use media. So let's see, what else do we need to talk about? We've saved the pages, driving traffic to your split test. We should cover that. All you have to do is copy this link. Copy it. Now you drive your Facebook traffic, your PPC traffic, whatever traffic that you're going to drive to this. You just go ahead and give it to people. And when they click on that link, it will take them to the shirt. And that's how it's done. Of course, whether they click the button or the shirt itself makes no difference. It's going to go directly to their Teespring campaign. Now, if you've got a theme that's not playing nice and it's not outlining nice in the theme, it's not excluding the headers, it's just not working right within the theme, we can't make this compatible with all themes. It's compatible with most things. And I can tell you, for instance, Optimize Press 2 simply doesn't play nice. There's one more thing that you can do here, and that is to go into Settings and click Override the Active Theme. Now we've done that. You can see there's literally no change to these pages at all. It's just overriding the active theme, but it would make it work a lot better with some themes that aren't playing nice. Other than that, just drive a lot of traffic to your split test and make use of this awesome tool. We'll see you on the inside for the next video.